Mind Gap Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug.
I'm Justin, and Doug, what is one everyday inconvenience that you would turn into a full-blown supervillain origin story?
It involves people, other people, being inconsiderate and ignorant a-holes. In particular, lately at the gym, people have been really bad about putting their dumbbells in the designated spot where the number says what the weight should be.
I'm here for this.
And I'm like, we've gotten bad, guys. I've been here over 4 years at this gym, and we've just really gone downhill. It's bad enough at the weight racks and at the bench presses where, again, on the side, it labels where the weight should go, specifically because the sizes matter, so all of them can fit on there nicely. But they ignore it, and they do whatever. But the dumbbells have typically stayed the same and been good because we're not moving different plates around. It's just dumbbells.
Right.
But it all started
generally.
Right. Well, here's the thing is we have two areas with dumbbells. There's one over in like an AstroTurf area where people can kind of do some movement and things like that. Those were traditionally red dumbbells to be like, this is where these stay. And then there's these other dumbbells. At some point, some idiot started bringing in the dumbbells from one side over to the other. And also we got new dumbbells that were kind of replacing. So we had like more dumbbells for a particular weight than there are spaces. But there's a simple solution to that, Justin, listeners, viewers. You just set it off to the side on the ground. And if someone wants them, they can grab them. But what's come into now is people just fucking put them wherever there's an empty spot. And I'm like, guys.
So you got 15s going in the 45 spot?
Thankfully, it's not that bad, but the worst area is basically the 5s through like the 35s.
Sure.
Beyond that, people use those other weights so infrequently that it's not too bad. But then also randomly, there's been like a pair of 50s that have just been gone for months. Don't know where they are. Couldn't tell you.
And it's not like those are easy to just walk off with.
No. They're somewhere, but who knows? You know? So I just see people do this and not care, and I'm like, oh, this is how like people decide to create, a hole in the earth where they drop a chemical compound that causes the core of the planet to erupt, and then the planet explodes. And as they're dropping it in, they look to the people who are like, why would you do it? And he goes, you know why? You put the 25s where the 30s belong. I'm like, what? Boom.
There was one Planet Fitness that I visited in Chicago that I about lost. I about had my origin story at that point because it was, again, two different dumbbell racks. It was one dumbbell rack was, I was just talking about it makes me upset already. It was like a 10 and then a 20 and then the other 10 and then two 15s and a 20. And I'm like, we can't even, look, I understand if you put the pairs in different places. How did this come to be? How was there space for you to fuck around with like a random 20 in between two 10s and the other 20 over here? I don't understand how that happened at all. That made me so irrationally angry.
See, and I take the time to fix it because I can't stand it. Because I'm like, this isn't that difficult to fix. You literally just adjust accordingly. And if you're like, but Doug, there's more dumbbells than there are spots. Throw them off to the side, genius. It's not that fucking hard.
Yeah.
People will fucking find it. I guarantee you. It's not that hard. I just get irritated because it's so funny because people go to the gym to work hard, to work out, to have discipline, to get ripped, but they don't take care of the environment. They're lazy in the environment in which they're supposed to be disciplined. And I just can't square that circle. And it irritates because also this isn't that hard to do. It's really not that hard to do.
It's not, and it goes to show you again. It's very similar to the shopping cart thing. It goes to show you what 100%. Kind of a person you're dealing with, right? Like if you can't, when you enter a gym, you are entering well, technically, it is a very written out in black and white social agreement. There's a contract that says you will, fucking abide by gym rules, and I'm pretty sure putting things back where you found them is part of the, the gym rules. But it's an unspoken social contract you're entering with everyone else that's in that space. I'm not going to take a piss in the corner, right? I'm not going to walk up to you and just smack you in the mouth. You put the dumbbells back in the right place, right? We're all going to treat this as a communal space, and not one of us is going to act like we're, fucking king of shit mountain over here. But those assholes that come in there and just, it's all about them. They are the main character of not only their own story, but everyone else's story. And those are the people that just cannot find their way to being decent human beings.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating is that, especially the people that will really load up the machines with a lot of weight and then leave the weights there, not put them away. I'm like, come on, man. Don't be a baby at this point. Those are the same people that are like, you got to get your macros, man. Every day I get my fucking protein. They do all that shit, but they won't put their weights away. I'm like,
they won't. Yeah.
Come on, man. You're better than that.
My reps.
I know you can do it.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck you. I just, again, and that's the part of gym culture that I just can't stand. It's just that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But really, it's just anyone, you go through a grocery store and there's all of a sudden you see a bag of lemons in the cereal aisle. You're like,
absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's the same. Yep.
You just can't go back to where the lemons were in the produce section. You have to dump them off next to the Life cereal. Why?
Right.
Why? Or what's even worse, if it's something that should be refrigerated. And they're like, nah, here's good. Out in the refrigerated area. It's
right.
Like, what the fuck? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Please.
I was just like, I understand why, like, growing up, I was always, you see these villains that are like, humanity has to end. I'm like, what? Come on. Why? Well, there's so much hope. And I look at us now and I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it. I see why.
That makes sense to me. I get it.
I mean, I see people litter all the time. I see people not put their shit away that cannot take care of anything of their own shit. It's just whatever it is, they're like, whatever, not my problem. Someone else is going to do it. It's like, yeah, I think we lost. I think we lost the game.
I was going to say the kind of with the going along the people who load up the racks. Remember a while ago I told you about the one guy who I saw. He had like 8 plates on each side of the Smith machine, and he was doing these little tiny baby hip thrusts. Like he was just like just fucking the air.
Yeah.
I saw this guy back again, and he had it loaded back up, like 8 plates on each side. And then this made me laugh. Like I didn't even get upset with it. He was still doing like the just piss poor form. There was no range of motion he was doing, but he had like 8 plates on each side, 45s on each side. And then at the end, he had little 10-pounders. And I'm like, you needed 20 more. Like, you really? Like, you just needed 20 more pounds on
He's going for his PR,
the bar
man.
to just. It's just, there is something so funny about just seeing that. Like, and I'm just going to just like slap those on the sides. And now we're talking. Now it's a challenge for me. It was, yeah. So the
bad form stuff is always really fun to watch, Oh,
God.
Like you're watching people like, God, I hope you don't blow out, your shoulder. Or whatever, because that's a bad form, sir.
Wasn't the last time that we were working out together? Didn't we see that one person on the lat pull down who was just like,
oh yeah, dude, yeah, whoa, they were like
full rows.
They were like coming up off the ground almost, and then being like using that. Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right,
yeah, you
cool.
Do you.
That's a way to. I mean, there's some amount of exercise that's happening there.
Something's happening. That's for sure.
I've just never been obsessed with. I've just never been obsessed with the amount of weight. Like I was when I was in high school because everyone else was. But
sure,
as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't give a shit how much I do. I want to get a good workout in. I want to push myself, but I'm not like, all right, here comes my max. I'm gonna max out today. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I'm not here for that. I don't want to do that. I mean, whatever. And to people that want to some people, it's like, hey man, I want to see how strong I can get. I want to see if I can do that weight. And to that, that's fine. Whatever. Everyone has their own thing, but it's never been. I haven't had that in years. So
well, and there are those people who are genuinely like either they're competing or they are on some very specified track. There's a goal in mind, and like again for that, I without a doubt, I absolutely get that. But what I can't stomach is the people who load up on that, but then don't actually do the exercise. I'm like, you can't. No. Obviously, you can't handle that weight. So what are you doing? Like, you're not benefiting yourself if you just like, okay, you can get it up off the rack, but then you can't do a full range of motion rep with it. What's the?
It's like the people are like, I can do 50 push-ups. You're like, okay, drop it, and they just go eat your.
Yeah,
they don't go
exactly.
all the way down.
Mark
like,
Wahlberg doing the pull-ups. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Oh, you haven't seen that video? Yeah, it's the same thing. He's on Ellen. And he's bragging about how many pull-ups he can do or whatever. And they get a pull-up bar out, and he starts going, and he's doing these little, again, it's just like the half like, and I'm like, that's not, and they're counting them, and I'm like, Mark, what are we doing, guy? Come on.
I mean, come on, like pull up, not pull mid.
Chin over the bar and back down, full extension. Yeah. What are we doing?
Right. Yeah.
Undoubtedly, he's in better shape than I am, but those were not pull-ups. Those were not full-range pull-ups. No. So for me, my everyday inconvenience would be, and I've brought this up before, driving around Michigan, these fucking Michigan drivers. These fucking Michigan drivers, it's either not pulling out far enough into the yellow light to make that left-hand turn, or parking. I mean, that's really what it's, or tailgating. It's those are the three big ones that I would say that's enough to drive a person to do some pretty horrible, world-ending things.
Yeah. As far as driving goes in my neck of the woods, it's four-way stops. I just feel like people don't understand how to navigate them, and I'm like, I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
Are you talking about if two people approach at the same time? And there's like a standoff,
it's a
or people are
stop,
blowing it,
and then people just don't know. Like they just like, it's my turn. I'm like, no. You look around. Who was here before you? Like, take a look.
Who got there first?
My dad, my father once took me to a barber, and he was like, "This is going to be a little different than the fancier haircutting places your mom takes you through, but I'm going to show you something." He's like, we walk in, and he goes, "All right, do you know how you know whether or not it's your turn?" I go, when? He goes, you look and see who's here right now, and then when all those people are gone, you go up there. That's how it works. I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Basically, thank you for re-explaining what waiting in line means.
What a line is.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you to this barber. This isn't the fancy place like Bo Rick's that your mom takes you to.
This isn't like Sport Clips, you know.
This isn't...
Or you have to make a reservation, appointment. You just walk in and be like, all right, who's in front of me? Cool. I'm behind you. It's like, cool. Thanks.
We live by the barbershop rules here. If you cut, you get cut. No cutsies.
It's just the idea of like, we walk into a place, let's say we walk into a store and I just walk past everyone to go to the front of the line. Dad's like, no. Barbershop rules, son.
Barbershop
rules. It's like, oh, so lines?
You walk into a supermarket and just cut everyone in line. And he's like, no. Barbershop rules.
Remember the barbershop. It's like, oh, cool. Thanks, Dad. Ugh. I look back on those moments hilariously because I think he really felt he was imparting some really big knowledge.
I'm
like, oh, lines. Yeah, I've been alive for a few years now. Learned it early on in elementary school, waiting in line. Got it.
Yeah.
Wait your turn.
One of the first things they taught me in school, how to line up.
Yeah. Kind of a big deal,
Yeah.
But yeah, like four-way stops, like people, like the amount of times like we'll go, someone will be there before us. We pull up and then they wave us on. I'm like, no, you go.
Right.
And they're like, no, you go. I'm like, no, you go. You were here first. What are you doing?
Will you dig in? Where do you stand on that? Will you finally concede, or do you put your, like, I've done it before where I've just put it in park and I've waited.
It depends. You got to read the situation. If someone like tries to go, like if obviously it's my turn, they go, I'm like, by all means go. You're in a hurry. You need to be somewhere. I'm not going to be like, no. I'm like, no, go ahead, because I don't want to be, I don't want you to be behind me when you die in a fiery crash. Like I want to have anything to do with that. So, but yeah, this sheer amount of people that just, they come to a 4-way stop and then people just like go when they're not supposed to, don't go when they're supposed to. And it's like,
my favorite, I don't know if you've ever had this happen, is when you do that where like you pull up and it's clearly like you get there roughly the same time, but like they've clearly gotten there before you and you're trying to wave each other on and they're like, no, you go, no, you go, no, you go. And then you finally get to a point where like, no, you go. And they give you like the dirtiest look because you've allowed, like, it's like, well, first off, it was your turn. Second off, I'm not just going to take, like, I'm saying, I'm conceding to you, please, you first. And somehow I've offended you with this. And you're just staring daggers at me. Those are people where I'm just like, what happened in your, who hurt you? What happened in your life?
Yeah.
What's so bad today?
One other thing before we have to get off this topic, because I'm sure people are like, boy, I'm sure glad we get to hear Justin and Doug gripe about the little things they hate that would make them want to nuke the world.
They knew what they signed up for when they clicked play.
But I walk every day.
Yeah.
And the thing that drives me nuts is if I'm waiting to cross the street where there's not a crosswalk and people stop and wave me on, I will actively turn around and walk another way. I won't do it because and they look at me confused. And then when they start to go, I turn around and walk the way that I was originally going, because I'm like, this is not a crosswalk. You do not have to yield for me. If you do this, but the other person coming from the other way doesn't do that, I'm fucked. You need to follow the rules of the road. This is not a crosswalk. You fucking go. I will patiently wait. And when you are gone, I will cross the street.
I love the fact that you turn around and actually walk the other. Only thing that would make it better is if once they start going, you darted out in front of them and then went, "What the fuck, man?"
I shake my head. I'm like, no, and they're like, go, and then I just turn and walk a different direction. I'm like, no.
I want to challenge you the next time that happens. Instead of turning around and walking, I want to see you just sit down on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Please. Like, I would love for them just because just imagine seeing a full grown adult just sit crisscross just on the sidewalk and go, no.
Take a knee. Like,
yeah.
After you.
I can wait all day.
This happened on Halloween. We were looking to cross a road and there's a lot of cars coming. One car stopped to let us go. And I was like, don't fucking do this. We start to go. Another car comes and it is not going to stop because it doesn't think it has to stop because it's not a fucking crosswalk.
Right.
And I was like, we got to go now because this guy is following a rule that no one else is. And this is how accidents happen. So yeah, I think we should overheat all of the nuclear reactors on Earth and just end it. Let's just call it. Game over, man.
Agreed. Game over.
Agreed. Well, that was fun. But, we're talking about evil villains, how they come to fruition, how they come, for starters,
I'm going to come.
You know how one evil villain comes.
That's true. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
And it got us thinking. These evil villains have layers. We've played a lot of video games. We've seen a lot of movies. We've seen a lot of shows. Some of these layers are just like, man, there's no way people work here safely, right? There's got to be someone that's going like, hey, there's a lot of like radiation just pumping through this chamber right here next to this laser on the Death Star. Like, I mean, there's a shot where guys are literally like covering their heads as the laser fires up and shoots out of a thing. And I'm like, that was thing the time, nukes the planet.
Doug, but remember, that was the time where people were being taught to duck and cover under desks.
That's true. That is true. I'm just like, but that guy just happens to be in there. All right, what's your job in the laser chamber? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're talking about rating villain layers by OSHA standards. Going through and being like, here's a layer. Let's take a look at it. Let's break this down. What are some of the bad hazards? And is this place just a death trap? Or is it possible?
It's almost like villains don't care about safety of people.
Which seems crazy if you want to achieve your objectives. Because if you got to have shit rolling, well, otherwise, if you're just burning through people, listen, I know the economy's bad, but this labor isn't a limitless supply, even for villains.
Yeah.
So So we're going to break these down. Let's start with, kind of like what we're looking at here. We're looking at structural integrity, right? Mm-hmm. How well are these things built? Where are the dangers, right? Possibly fire safety and exits, maybe something to consider given the circumstances. Fall hazards and railings, that's a huge one.
Huge one, absolutely.
We've got environmental hazards, lava, spikes, acid, skeletons, accessibility and worker well-being, and of course, ethical employment practices. So that's what we're going to be looking through as we think of these layers by these evil villains. Justin, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I've got a couple that I was thinking of outside of what we had on the old list here.
Nice.
As well.
All right. Well, I think the first one is the easiest one to start with, and that is Bowser's Castle. Pick any game, no matter what it is. Mm-hmm. Bowser's Castle is a fucking nightmare.
It's an absolute death threat, almost like it was designed to kill a certain plumber.
Right. You have open lava pits, which you just got to think heat exposure alone is bad.
Right. Structural integrity of those lava rooms it's no bueno.
Someone had to build the platforms and things like that from which, to keep the lava in. So someone just like incredibly dangerous. Just good. You've got fireball projectiles. You've got the fire, what you call them? The
fire sticks.
The
rotating fire sticks.
Swooping around. Yeah, like that. That's like, okay. You've got platforms that move all the time, all over the place. So to get from one point to the other, imagine what it's like trying to get to the lunchroom, in this place. There's no railings on the bridges. Right. In fact, you step on some parts, and if you stay there long enough, that part of the bridge falls into the lava.
Exactly.
And
maintenance is constantly being called to come in and replace those bridge sections that keep falling down. It's just there's so much activity going on in that castle.
Yeah. And there's no signage, you don't know where the exit is. You don't know the right way to go.
You're just expected orientation. To kind of memorize it.
Yeah. Imagine orientation. In fact, some of these monsters, some of them will go to the edge, turn around, come back. Some of them just walk off into the lava, like they don't know. They don't have the intelligence, or they don't know what's going on. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
When you're pushed, when you're asked to do too much at work, this is what happens. You don't have enough space in your brain to remember. This is that one area where I got to turn around. You're just thinking, okay, did I get the reports to Bowser like he needed? And then whoop, all of a sudden off a cliff.
And not that, you're putting these question blocks out, like you're stacking them full of goodies, but no one gets to get those goodies. You know what I mean? They're just there waiting. It's like, what are we doing here? How come the villains don't get to enjoy the goodies? Yeah.
Meanwhile, most of them haven't seen a pay raise in 2-3 quarters.
It implies they get paid. I don't even know what their incentive is to work for Bowser, other than just fear.
I was gonna say, just Bowser not coming after him.
Yeah,
that's got to be.
Other than that, it's like, what's the incentive, man? Like, that can only go for so long before there's a fucking revolt.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, I want to go back to the lava pits real quick because, just thinking about the people who have been tasked to construct during the construction of this castle. Someone constructs this, they have to somehow test to make sure that it can withstand the thermal, the pressures that the lava is going to put on it. And then, so what does the testing look like for this? What kind of how are we ensuring that all of this can hold what we're going to be putting into it? And then someone has to fill it. What is the process like for filling those lava containers?
I'm going to be extremely generous here and assume that the lava existed where it was and they sort of built around it.
Okay.
Which is also problematic because you're building into the lava. But that was always my very generous take, is that Bowser chose a place where lava existed. He's like, this is the perfect place. Yes. Build my castle around the lava fixture. And they're like, ugh. Okay, that's going to be really difficult.
But presumably then they had to partition off this lava. It was just an open lava pit because there are multiple sections where lava is. Mm-hmm. So they actually had to partition the lava built into it. But correct me if I'm wrong. Is there not lava on? Is it lava just on the ground floor? Because I thought you encountered lava as you went through the castle, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, they probably sectioned it off according to their plans and whatnot. I don't know what's crazier, that or being like, all right, let's import in the lava.
Let's bring in the lava. Make sure it doesn't harden during transport.
Make sure it gets in the cement truck that just keeps moving it, so that it doesn't harden. Yeah, it's wild. Now, yes, I know they have also magic users in this universe, like that exists, but fuck you all for bringing that up.
That's not what we're doing. That's not the game.
It's not what we're doing. No. That's not what we're doing. Yeah, that place would be a fucking nightmare to work. Yeah. Absolute nightmare. No, thank you.
I would put into that very similarly Skeletor's Snake Mountain. I feel like it. Again, you've got lava pits. You've got the drawbridges. You've got all the dangers that lurk within that mountain. But again, I feel like it's more so that it was built into the mountain and less so that they had to construct this and import all the stuff. But again, Skeletor, you can't tell me that he's looking out for his people. He doesn't give a shit.
Never. No. Fuck you, He-Man. I think that's how he goes, right? That's
Until we meet again.
Line.
That's the line, yeah.
Yeah. Eat my ass, He-Man. Skeletor, out. Yeah, a lot of those were really fun. Well, I already mentioned it, but I definitely want to talk about Star Wars, the Death Star.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, the Star Killer base, we talked about that a while ago when that came out, where I was just like, they're on that base and they're all just sucking in a star into its, battery arrays. And then they get all the troops out to watch as this thing fires. And I'm like, dude, they're all dead. Like, if they survive that, none of them are reproducing. They're
all sterile.
They are littered with radiation. Like, there's no protective field. They just fire this thing out. They're all watching. They're like, yes, and they salute and everything. I'm like, oh, no. Like, no. That is really, really bad. Really, really bad for all of it. I don't care if you're like, well, they're stormtrooper suits. I'm like, yeah, they get shot and killed all the time. Like, did you tell me that
those offer
protected against radiation?
I'm sorry, no.
That is a sun that it just absorbed and then shot out of its like laser cannon. Like, okay, no, thank you.
The amount of raw radiation it's trying to process is absurd.
Jesus Christ. So there's that, and then you also have the Death Star again, where you're like, firing up all this stuff again. There's guys in the gangway. I don't know what you'd call it, where like you see the laser and they're like shielding themselves. I'm like, what is your job? What is your job? To be like, laser looks good, boss. Like, I'm like, you should not be in there. That's so dangerous.
Yeah. Well,
not to mention, go ahead.
Trash compactors.
Oh, you beat me.
Obviously, unregulated. Yeah. There's no kill switch within the compactor. Let's say someone falls in. How do you stop it? There's no safety switch.
Not to mention, you have a monster living in there. Right?
Like, where did that come from? Is that planned?
Right. Does anybody care? Not to mention, you're talking about falling into places. People are going to be falling in all the time. I mean, their base is just littered with like platforms with no railings whatsoever.
With no railings.
Like, deep shafts. Deep shafts. I remember.
You want to talk about deep
even
shafts?
Even as a kid. Oh, tell me more. I remember even when I was a kid, I guess Practical Doug had existed then. Like when in episode 4, when the Millennium Falcon gets pulled in the tractor beam and you see like this, I guess you call it like an elevator in the floor, right? And like it opens up and people are like, getting shifted up. And I'm just like, even then I was like, well, that seems really dangerous. Like that opens up.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, what if there's no railings?
What if you're carrying a box? You don't see that the lift had gone down and you just,
Yeah.
Or to get to where,
like that.
Where Ben or Obi-Wan, whatever he was being called at the time, took down the shields, right?
Oh God!
Like that whole thing.
Beams?
If you have to have a mechanic go in there to service that, are you shitting me? Come on.
crazy, absolutely crazy. Just and then there's the part where like Han's running from the stormtroopers and he jumps through like a door that's closing. Like it's like it could easily crush you and things like that. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem right. Hell, so in the movie, there's there's like a stormtrooper that hits his head on the door. Yeah. An actor hits his head on the door on his way in.
Obviously, there are no sensors like a garage door that tells you, oops, someone passed through. I need to stop closing.
And also lets you know that their equipment is woefully, it has sight issues. If they're hitting their heads on things, they can't see anything. Exactly, bad. So bad. Not to mention, let's talk about the TIE fighters for a second. The architecture of that. Look, I'm not an aviation expert, but you realize that they sit in this small circle that has two giant rectangles on either side of them. How are they supposed to see? They basically have giant blinders on.
That's a great point. I never thought of that. That's a great point.
They're like horses. They're just like flying straight, like how they see anything.
For that matter, it's not a villain lair, but Cloud City. Can we all just agree? Horrible place to live.
Wow.
Like if you're gonna fear heights,
tell me more about that.
I think it's just a straight up fear of heights, man. Every time that I watch that movie,
clouds?
That's it. Yeah, every time I watch that movie, when they got to Cloud City, I genuinely my anxiety level spiked just because I would think like. The idea of living that high up and there's you're so far away from solid ground. And then when Luke is like, I used to never be able to stomach the scene after he gets his hand lopped off and then he's hanging on that like antenna thing that's hanging downwards and then they come under him. My palms are sweating just thinking about it now. But as a kid, it was the most anxiety riddled scene for me because I'm like, that could just fucking happen. You're hanging out. You take one wrong step and now you're hanging out. And who's going to come? It's not like they're monitoring it. You didn't have a rescue squad like come down and be like, all right, we got you, Luke. No, fuck that.
I'm going to come.
Cloud City is a nightmare.
He'll get you.
Oh, he'll get you. He'll round you up.
Delayed. You're like, who's going to come? I'm like, he's going to come. Yeah. Well, and all of that, you talk about that sequence where Luke falls and where they're fighting in Cloud City. I don't know, but it's this giant abyss of a place.
Right.
The window blows open, he's hanging on to whatever, and then he falls into that giant fucking pit and ends into some fucking tube.
Yeah.
That then shoots.
He's lucky to find a tube. First off.
Right? Yeah. He just gets in there. I'm like, where does that go? Is that just garbage? Like, right. I don't.
That's another great point. What is the purpose of that tube? Why does that tube exist?
Because it goes one place and then it just goes and shoots itself out on top of an antenna. Like I don't know. Like
so many questions about Cloud City. I hate it.
Man.
That's the worst place in the world to live.
We're gonna get to the bottom of it. One of these I want to talk about, not necessarily a villain's lair, but this always bothered me. SHIELD headquarters.
Okay.
There's some shots in some of the movies where I'm like, yo, that's super fucking dangerous. And one in particular is the scene in Endgame where Cap is fighting his younger self.
The distance he falls? Yeah.
Well, first of all, you look around that place, I'm like, listen, this looks like a very corporate-y sort of like layout, but I'm like, what are these, like glass platforms that like have, like, how tall is this building, man? This is enormous. Like
he fell a long way.
No, I guess that was actually Stark Tower, right? Is that where they were? No. Because wait.
Oh, it was Stark Tower.
Because they got Loki's staff while they were in Stark Tower. That's where it was. So it wasn't at SHIELD's headquarters. That was at Tony's place.
Okay, well there you go, Stark Tower.
Yeah, Stark Tower. Terrifying. Just the idea they're like, oh, look at all these glass platforms that, like, you could just fall. Just how many floors, how many flights of stairs? Just like, ugh, absolutely terrifying.
Well, the fight takes place inside the Avengers compound, is what it says here.
Well, that's Stark Tower.
I guess that's just Stark Tower. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's just Stark Tower. But you also got to think about SHIELD headquarters. I mean, think of all the shit that they have there. You know what I mean?
Oh God,
Chitauri
so unsafe
equipment. they housed an Infinity Stone for decades. Like, I mean, eventually that Infinity Stone collapsed an entire shield facility. Like, you got Hydra people working there, fucking super Nazis, which isn't too far-fetched nowadays. But like, you got to think about all the shit that's just going on there, that happens, that they run into on a day-to-day basis. That can't be good. It's all under the government bureaucracy, but there's insane shit happening there. The different relics and things that you're picking up and dealing with and analyzing and whatever, that place has got to be insane.
Yeah.
Right?
Not to mention with all these relics and everything, you're going to tell me that you're not constantly under the threat of break-ins, people coming to try to
100%.
reclaim. No, come on. That place is so wildly. But again, I would like to go back to, it's a height thing. I'd like to go back to those fucking, why was it designed like that? Why do you need those bridges? That does not make any sense.
Imagine that's where you work, and every day you get off the elevator bank and you have to walk across that one to go to a different elevator bank,
No.
to get up. And you're just like,
this is
every
where
day
I
you
go,
walk
look,
by,
I
you're
know
like,
it's a dream of mine to work here, but I quit.
it's like the ledge, at the Willis Tower. You stand on it, you're like, whoa.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's an entire like platform in the place in your corporate office that you have to walk on every day. I'm like, what? That's insane. Right. Why would you do that? Terrible.
So keeping in the superhero universe, another one that I think would be an absolute nightmare to work at is Mr. Freeze's lair.
Oh my God.
In Gotham, right? Because you want to talk about like just uncomfortable temperatures all the time, like hypothermia, frostbite temperatures constantly. You're always at risk of just slipping and breaking your neck. You've got a boss who is just wildly unstable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's hard stop there.
It's just like he's unstable.
He's just unstable, I don't know.
He's making
can you make it ADA
cold
compliance
puns all the time?
There's you can't have ramps because they're just going to be filled, like they're just going to be covered in ice. Shit.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Right? So
deploy wheelchair skates,
Right. Even walking upstairs is dangerous, but like if you've got like a wheelchair, forget it. You're not getting anywhere in that place.
There's days where I'm at the grocery store and I see people in the back area, like at Costco or whatever, that are, putting the frozen stuff, restocking it. And I'm like, God, that would really suck. This is that, multiplied times 100, right? Like
absolutely.
You're in some just deep freeze facility for how long? I don't know. I'm like, listen, man, winter's my least favorite season. I'm built to withstand the cold. I don't want to deal with that.
I don't want to have to do it on a 9 to 5
especially
basis.
Especially if it's like, oh, hey, it's summer outside. We're like, I got to pack my winter coat for work, you know, you're like, great. Or it's actually, it's so cold outside. And then you go in there, it's actually, warmer.
Even colder.
You're like, I fucking hate this. It's actually,
and what is,
it's just insane.
Like, what is the lunch section? Like, there's the break room. Is that, do you get any respite, or is it just, are you breaking in the same cold that you're constantly in, day to day?
You gotta consider, right? Like, what are you drinking? Like, yeah, what's the water situation? Is it just frozen all the times or what? Like, ugh.
You're just sucking on ice cubes to get your hydration.
Ugh, God. Tell me more. I'd say another one that would be rough would be Dracula's castle.
For many reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Nosferatu not that long ago, and the people that subject themselves to basically Dracula, it's like that's a tough gig, man. Especially at his castle, because probably fine during the day. But the second the sun goes down, you're like, fuck.
Right. That's where you want first, maybe second shift, but that overnight shift is no good.
You're like, God damn it. Cause all the sorts of shit that comes out of there. OSHA requires lighting. So what's the lighting situation gonna be like? Candlelight, maybe,
right.
There's not a whole lot going on there. You gotta think how much blood is gonna be out and about, if they're not expecting guests, or they just kind of like, we all let ourselves go when we don't expect people stopping by. So is there just blood everywhere? Like what kind of like bloodborne pathogens are going to be lurking around, and bacteria and things like that? Like that's
you're constantly wearing gloves and a mask just because you have to protect yourself from all that diseases.
Yeah. What are you doing, you pussy? Come on, you work for Dracula. You get used to the blood. We don't believe in masks. I cannot die.
Masks are not mandated here. I
love it. It turns into the Count from Sesame Street. But it's just like, oh man, that would fucking suck. And just like gothic, horror elements like all the time, like this, the decor and everything. You'd be like, ugh, this sucks, man.
Not to mention, like when your reviews come up, like you have a boss that if you're not doing what he wants you to do, if you're not doing well, that review's probably not going to go your way.
Well, first of all, he's probably going to, entrance you in some way. He's going to make you just be like, you're going to bend to his will.
In a way, it could kind of be like Severance, where you walk in and you just fall under his trance, and then you walk out and you're like, well, that was a day.
Yeah, it could be something like that, Yeah, I that would just be, it wouldn't be fun. There's probably bat shit everywhere, deal with that.
Which I found out is because we had bats in the attic that we had to get rid of, and I found out that bat guano toxic.
Not good. Most shit not good.
Most shit not good. Bat shit is toxic, so you want to get that shit out.
That's why they say bat shit crazy.
Bingo. This guy gets it.
I get it.
It's not your first rodeo.
No. Speaking of fun sayings, Natalie tonight was doing something weird with her eyes, and Jill's like, "Don't do that, or your eyes are gonna get stuck like that." She's like, "That's what my parents used to say all the time when we cross our eyes." And Natalie's like, "What? That's stupid." I go, "You know what my dad used to say? Never flash your giblets in front of a gibbon." And they both looked at me. They're like, "What?" Like, yeah, that's a classic Cochran family motto. That's never flash your giblets in front of a gibbon. And Jill's like, "What's a gibbon?" I go, "It's a fucking monkey. Will you read a book?"
God, you've learned nothing of my culture from Missouri.
Oh my God,
it's a very Missouri thing to have happen to you.
It became like a callback for the rest of the evening.
I love that.
And then. So I said it one more time when I was going up here to record. She goes, "God, I don't even know what that means." And I go, "What do you think this is? The prairie?" And then there was a beat, and then she started laughing. She goes, "Wait, that's something your dad actually said, isn't it?" I go, "Yep." When I
was it really
tomato soup?
Oh yep. Yes.
I think I've told the story before, but I was very hungry late one night, and my dad had this gigantic can of tomato soup, and I was like, "I'm gonna have tomato soup." I hadn't had tomato soup in I don't know how many years, but I was like, "This sounds great." I opened it up. I took a whiff of it. It smelled awful to me for some reason. I was like, "Oh shit, I don't want this," but I can't just throw it away. Then Dad'll know. My brother was just in the other room. He goes, "Just throw it over the balcony." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "That's what we do in my apartment," because he was in college at the time. I'm like, "All right." So I just went over to our deck, emptied, just turned it over, poured this tomato soup into our yard, and was like, "Mission accomplished." And the next day, my dad was so fucking pissed. Because I think he thought we got drunk and then threw up in the yard. Because my parents always just assumed the worst about us. They never gave us any grace. They never just thought we were. There's no way they would believe that I'm like, "I got out the can, I opened it up, it smelled weird, so I just threw it over the yard."
Right.
And
my dad goes,
it wouldn't come across their minds. And my dad's like, "What do you think this is? The prairie?" And I was like, "What?
What?" Really undercutting his point.
I don't know what you mean by that. Like,
yeah,
I haven't spent much time in the prairie. I know about the Great Plains, but I don't know what you mean. It's just one of those moments where I'm going to have that moment as a father where I'm going to be like so emotional and I'm going to say something. I'm like, Dad, I'm going to say something so stupid. It's going to undercut everything I'm trying to say in the moment.
Absolutely. Yeah. But here's the thing. Now as a homeowner, as a father, if you like, can you understand why he was like, if you woke up and found an entire can of tomato soup in your yard, like, would you not be just like, what happened here? What the fuck is this? I'd be so
I think what I would do is is I would ask questions. I would come over. I'd be like, hey, what's this in the lawn? And Jill would be like, I don't know. And I'd turn to Natalie. I'd be like, Natalie?
Well, that leaves you,
this?
kid. Yeah.
Can you explain this, please? Why is there what appears to be, I don't know, someone has slit the throat of a very viscous man, and he has bled out onto our lawn. Appears to be 32 ounces of Campbell's chunky tomato soup. Didn't realize they made chunky tomato soup. That's disturbing. Can you explain this? Because I'm about to mow the lawn, and I think this is acidic. It's going to kill the grass, and I'm not a fan of that.
Right. That'd be my thing. Is I would be like, I don't know how am I supposed to clean this up? What do you want me to do with this? Where is this going to go? In your little brain, where did you think this was going to go?
I've had those comments with those conversations today. I had a call today. Natalie came home. She wasn't feeling well at school, so she came home a little bit early from school, and I'm in a call, and I just happened to glance at myself on the Zoom, and I see a little head behind me peeking out through the door.
Perfect.
I was like, I turn around and I go, what do you want? Like, I was not calm at all. I'm like, what do you want? She's like, nothing. And she just like goes away. I'm like, I'm on a call. What are you doing? Like,
this isn't Justin and me in the podcast. This is business. I'm a work thing right now.
What do you think this is? The prairie?
Prairie?
Like just.
What are you doing flashing your giblets to a gibbon?
You never flash your giblets to a gibbon. You know this.
That's going to be the thing that you say.
And I as soon as the call was over, I came down. I'm like, are you okay? Do you need anything? She goes, no. Jill goes, she's bored. I'm like, well, go somewhere else. Don't come bother me. The door was closed. What are you doing?
Door closed means don't come in. Any number of things could be happening in here.
I go, Natalie, so many times we tell you, like, we're not doing anything fun at home while you're at school. I go, this is what we're doing. And it's not fun.
You're seeing it firsthand, kid.
You're bored. Congrats. We're doing work. Like, we're not having a fun time either. Like, it's not a party. We just don't drop you off and go, woo! And just like shoot off fireworks and shit in our house. Like, we don't. That's the thing that I think kids
genuinely do it. Like, I don't think they wrap their head around the concept where I think they do think like, oh, home, they're probably watching TV and eating, and like they just don't have the concept of like what we're doing is mind-numbingly boring day in and day out.
Dad's probably playing games on his computer. I'm like, sometimes. Yep. I mean, take breaks to do that, but
yeah, I'm not going to say no to it, but
most of the time I'm doing work, man. Like, and it's not. She comes in, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, editing a video. She's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, it's not that exciting. It's not that great."
You want to watch? Question mark.
You can watch if you want.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Whatever. Let's time how long this lasts.
All right. Anyway, real quick, let's go to the Discord to see what some of the fans said about what they thought about where they would work in a villain's lair. And by the way, if you want to comment and get your comments in the episode, check the link in the description at youtube.com/mindgappodcast for links to our Discord. Join the family, be a part of the show. So I asked everyone, if you had to choose to be a lowly foot soldier for a villain and be stationed in their lair, which one do you think would be the most dangerous? Noah said, feels like being a stormtrooper would have a pretty high mortality rate because of, that being said, I'm going to go with basically any Batman villain goon. Anything that takes me to Gotham is a job I don't want. Even if it doesn't kill me, the day-to-day crime alone paired with a probability I'll get my vertebrae snapped by the bat is not a risk I'm willing to take. Great analysis. Seth says, being a henchman for the Monarch from Venture Brothers and getting ripped in half by Brock Sampson is up there. Plus, the Monarch is a doofus and the costumes suck. And then Emilio says, I'd say being a minion of Dr. Evil. That dude's lair is incredibly hazardous with freaking sharks with lasers, lava pits, and fat bastard running around yelling at people to get in his belly. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound like fun at all. No, thank you. But thank you to the community for sharing your thoughts. We always appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Join us. All right, Justin, are you ready to play a game?
Oh, Doug, bring it on, buddy.
Justin, I think my dad's saying does come true today in that you don't flash your giblets at a gibbon. And I feel like you've done that. So now the tables have turned. And tonight, you are going to be put on the hot seat as I ask you to guess the movie from the actors.
This is going to be a
Justin?
treat. This is going to be a treat.
This is going to be fun. I have no idea if I've done this well or not, but we're going to fucking find out. All right.
I'm going to start by asking them what you always ask. Have I seen these movies?
I'm 95% sure you've seen all three of these.
I appreciate the confidence.
Hey man, 95% is good confidence. You know what I mean? You know?
Probably.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I see no reason why you wouldn't have seen these.
All right.
If you haven't seen these, that's on you. That's my response to that question.
You're not wrong. That's
Ass.
fair. That's a fair.
All right. Justin, are you ready for your first one?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Here we go. Dennis Farina.
Get shorty.
Part of me wanted to do that just to give you a layup.
Dennis Farina. Yes, and we're only doing movies, right? No, we're not doing TV shows.
This is only movies.
Okay.
We have not dipped into TV shows at anything that we do.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
That seems like a road. That seems like a road that's too like. Has Justin seen The Witcher?
Yeah, it's fraught with peril. That road is not for the light of heart. All right, so Dennis Farina. I'm just trying to think what else he's been in.
He's been in a lot, Justin.
Yes, he has. That's very true. I don't know yet. Let's go with the second one.
Okay. Second one. Paul Giamatti.
Dennis Farina and Paul Giamatti. Ooh, okay. All right. So obviously this was before Dennis Farina died.
That's what I love about Justin is he figures shit out. You know what I mean?
I go through it methodically. Paul Giamatti. Is it blank check?
It is not blank check.
Okay.
All right. Here comes your third actor.
Okay.
Vin Diesel.
Ooh. Vin Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Farina, Paul Giamatti, Vin Diesel.
Diesel.
My God. This is the weirdest pairing for a kid. This is the weirdest reboot of Newsies I've ever heard.
I love it.
Paul Giamatti, Vin Diesel. What was Paul Giamatti in with Vin Diesel? Is this no, this wouldn't be that. What the fuck? I don't think Paul Giamatti was. It's not pitch black or perfect dark, perfect pitch dark, pitch black, pitch dark, black dark, Black Hawk Down.
It's not any of those. No.
Okay.
It's not pitch black. Because I don't think Dennis Farina or Paul Giamatti were in that.
I don't know. It's one of those where I'm like, did they like play a pilot? I don't know. Like,
right? Yeah, sure. Right? You know, who knows? Maybe they had a
maybe
small
who
part,
knows? Yeah.
You know?
Fuck. All right, I'm crashing out on this.
All right, here we go. Here's your.
Is it Band of Brothers? Oh no, not Band of Brothers. Saving Private Ryan.
It is Saving Private Ryan.
There it is. All right, I was like, wait a second. I forgot. I'm like, Vin Diesel did have that was early in his fucking career. Yes.
Yes. The next one was going to be Matt Damon, followed by Tom Hanks.
Yes.
So
good pull. Holy shit. What was?
I thought
was Dennis Farina? He had to play like a general or something, right?
He played a general right after they stormed the beaches of Normandy. He has a scene with Tom Hanks, basically giving him the orders to go.
Yes, they're in a tent, right? And like he's Hanks approached him at the desk. Yes. Now I remember. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Holy cow. Nice.
Paul Giamatti plays like a sergeant as they go to take a town, and he hangs with the troop for a little while. He's got something stuck in his boot. At one point, he sits down to get it out, and he hits a log that knocks down a wall, and there's a bunch of Germans on the other side.
Yep. Oh, dude, yes, man.
Nice.
Love that.
Good job,
Good pull.
Justin.
Good pull.
Way to go. All right. Here we go. You're off to a great start. Here comes your second one.
Number 2.
Your first actor is Michael Shannon.
I mean, Man of Steel?
Great guess. No.
Okay. I do have one more guess. The Iceman Cometh.
Go for it. Oh, no. That is a great pull. But no,
it's a great movie.
That one. Very good.
Okay. All right. Too
right.
broad to start.
Next
Let's rein it in. Let's do this.
I like it. You got to take a shot. You got to take a shot right out of the gate. You have to. It's all there. All right. Second actor is Toni Collette.
Michael Shannon, Toni Collette. I can't remember if he was in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I don't know if he was, but that's
okay.
That's
not it. That's not it. Nope. Wrong.
He could have been, but I don't. It's not the answer.
I don't think he was in that one. Not 100% sure Toni Collette was in that one. That might have been. Now that I'm thinking about
I don't even know if that's a movie.
I don't think that was her. Oh boy. Wait, hold on. I got to see real quick. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Nope, that's Frances McDormand. I was wrong.
Oh yeah, everyone confuses those two all the time.
My bad. Okay. What other actors we got?
All right, next up, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Toni Collette, Michael Shannon, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Fuck. Collette.
That sounds like a great plot synopsis. Michael Shannon, Toni Collette, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Fuck. They fuck hard, bro.
So hard.
Oh, it's so wet everywhere, bro.
It sounds like the movie plot in 5 words or less is what you just did.
Oh, man. Fuck. I'm really having a hard time figuring out like what else Toni Collette. Fuck.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
I know she has. I just can't I can't pull anything right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got? Any other actors?
All right. Next one, penultimate actor, Chris Evans.
Well, Knives Out.
There he goes.
The original one. Yeah.
Knives Out.
Knives Out.
There he goes.
Yeah. Of course. Why it was so stupid of you. Why the hell? I completely forgot Jamie Lee Curtis was in that one. Yeah, that's right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Nice.
Final actor for that, Daniel Craig. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't put Anna de Armas in there, huh?
I thought about it. I was like, I don't know. There was a lot of people to choose from for that.
There's a ton of people in that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
good.
Yeah. I felt badly.
Good pull on that
but I was
too.
like,
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. All right, here we go, Justin. You've gotten them.
Ooh,
You're doing
these
well.
are tough. I like these.
Let's start with, and you've seen both of those movies, yes?
I have. Yes.
So far, so good.
So good.
All right, here we go. Third and final movie, Justin. We're going to start with Val Kilmer.
Top Gun.
Good guess. Not
okay.
Top Gun.
All right. Maverick.
Top Gun. There it is. Just kidding. All right. Second actor, Ashley Judd.
I'll Be Your Huckleberry. What's that movie?
I'm Your Huckleberry, and that's Tombstone.
It's Tombstone. Is it Tombstone?
It's not Tombstone.
Okay.
That was great.
What's the one where he was real sick?
What's the one where he had like the cool mustache, but he looked like a ghost because he was so pale and sweaty.
He just kind of got like more pale and sweaty as the film went on.
Yeah. I just had another idea for something else. Okay. Next actor. Tom Sizemore.
Val Kilmer, Ashley Judd, Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore is an actor who I'm very familiar with the name. I could not pick him out from a lineup, and I can't tell you any movies he has been in. Like I'll tell
you what he was in was Saving Private Ryan.
See, I can never pin Tom Sizemore down. Like I know the name, and every time I think I know what he looks like, and I look him up, I'm like, oh right, that's not who I thought it was.
He was the sergeant in Tom Hanks's little band there, so he's the guy that reported to him. I don't know if that helps you at all.
No, very much not.
At one point
but
when they were defending the bridge, he gets shot in the ass. You know.
So, Ashley Judd.
That wasn't helpful to you.
No, I'm moving right along.
Cool.
Ashley Judd. I feel like the only movie I know. I think she was in Along Came a Spider.
She was,
but I don't think
that
was
movie. No. That was a different one. It was a different. of that same series. She was in Kiss the Girls.
Oh, okay. Same characters though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman plays a detective. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Off topic. Sure. Okay. Cool. Striking out of this. What else you got? What other actors?
Okay, this is probably a pretty big one.
All right.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
You're like Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
The race car driver?
Old Bobby, huh? Bobby De Niro. All right. And fucking Val Kilmer. Oh, for fuck's sake, Heat.
Yes!
God damn it. God damn.
Final actor? Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, yeah.
Yes. I should have put Henry Rollins in there because he does have a role in that film.
Sure, that would have helped.
You're like, how many movies has he been in? Oh, I mean, there was, what was it? Johnny Mnemonic. He's in that movie.
Is it Lawnmower Man?
Is it Lawnmower Man? Justin, great job. You got all three.
I think all three of these, I had to go to the penultimate one, I think, on all three.
You didn't get all the way there for the first one. You got it before I said
Okay,
Matt
gotcha.
Damon.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Those were,
man, you got them.
It is a tough game. Like, I got to, like, because you're, like, having to go through, hearing it is, one thing that's tough in its own regard, but, like, you can at least, like, start to kind of, like, hear, like, you can build the scene in your head. The other games that we play, this one, what's challenging about this is just from the name, you got to gather the picture, the image of the person, and then, like, where's the dotted line? Where did they connect and how do they, it's just so much just data to try to put together in your head. It's a tough one, but this is fun.
You did great, man.
Yeah,
so happy for
like
you.
It.
Well, to get.
I like it. Thanks for flipping that on me.
Of course. It was fun. It was very good. Justin, what do you have to recommend this week?
So, in honor of this being Stranger Things month, I'm going to suggest everyone rewatch season
Babe.
1, 2, 3, and 4 of Babe Pig in the City. Yes. Most people don't know there's 4 full seasons of a TV show about Babe. Rewatch Stranger Things. Beth and I are doing it right now. I think there was a date where someone was like, if you start now and watch one episode every day, you'll finish the last episode the day before Thanksgiving, which is when Stranger Things season 5 drops, or the first 4 episodes drop. So we're in it now. So now you're going to have to play catch up. But Beth and I are in season 3, and I'm remembering how great the first and third season were, at least. Second was decent. I forgot. We rewatched the first season, and I was like, holy shit, this might be one of my favorite standalone seasons of television ever. It's such a fucking good. And if they had not gotten picked up, it would have, they left it open so they could continue. And if not, it was very satisfying. And I was like, wow, it was a very fine line to ride. And the Duffers pulled it off. So, go back and watch that again and see if that doesn't jettison you into the rest of them. Season 3 is fantastic, and I can't wait to get to season 4. But, Stranger Things, rewatch that because, look, my Bob and I have talked about this. It's past time. My Bob and I have talked about this. It's past time that they wrap this thing up. It's gone way too long. 10 years for 5 seasons, and these kids are now firmly in their 20s. Let's go. But I'm very excited to see how they do wrap this up. So, that'd be my recommendation for this week. Doug, what do you got?
I'm not super into horror movies, but I recommend Weapons, currently available on HBO.
Nice.
I watched it. It had an intriguing trailer. Basically, one morning at 2:17 a.m., all the kids in this one third grade elementary school class run out of their house and disappear, except for one, and it's a mystery. And usually I look at those kind of things with great caution because I've seen Lost, and usually the mystery getting solved doesn't do you any favors. You're usually like, wow,
right,
cool. That did not meet my expectations. I really like the way that they told the story, how they decided to tell the story from different perspectives of different characters. I love shit like that. It was really well done. The reveal was fine. It wasn't like, whoa, but at the same time, it wasn't like, Jesus Christ, that's stupid. It was fine.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. I walked away being like, I enjoyed watching that movie, which is pretty good for horror films that just don't do a lot for me. So it's good. I recommend checking it out. It's worth a watch with the eyeballs. Well, gang, thanks so much for hanging out with us for yet another week. We appreciate you so much. If you'd like to, head over to youtube.com/mindgappodcast. Hit the like and subscribe button. It's free. It's a great way to support us. And leave us a comment. What did you like about the show? What's your supervillain origin story? What are some evil villain layers that you'd be like, no fucking way am I fucking working there? And did you get those movies? Did you guess them before Justin did? Let us know in those comments. We'd appreciate it. Also, check out links in the description for links to our Discord, links to our Patreon, and links to our merch at Redbubble. And be sure to check out Justin online as well.
On Instagram at Justin_Michael, spelled Mikel. It's the fun way of spelling it. And while you're in the online realm, anywhere where you can find audio podcasts, you can find ours as well. Go ahead and subscribe, download, listen, review, do all the things. The big one is sharing. Please let someone know that we exist. Just copy the link, send it over to them, and say, hey, I think you're going to like this. And that goes a long way, and we thank you in advance for it. Also, check out TwoEastEighth.com, TwoEastEighth on all social media, loveanimprovfilm.com, and loveanimprovfilm on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, with that, I'll say, Justin, thank you.
Douglas, thank you.
Listeners, viewers, thank you. And you all, have a dandy fucking week.